We have now reached a point where you know what is your daily calorie level intake, and we are going to use that as a benchmark now in this MyFitnessPal tool, which is a free tool, by the way, available online. So let's go for it. Now what we're going to do is enter the calories in MyFitnessPal and set our goals accordingly. Let's see how we do that. All right. Once you log in, you click on this goals tab. Under goals, you can click on change goals. There's the option of guided and custom comes up. You want to do custom because guided is, I think, 55% carbohydrates, 15% of protein, and 30% of fats. You want to change it because you're on a workout plan which is very extreme. So things change when you're on an extreme workout plan. So you do custom and you say continue. On the next page, this is the amount of calories you want to. Here's where the amount of calories you want to put. You set the ratios. Now, I'm not a big fan of these ratios, to be really honest with you, but they come close to what the calculation we discussed. So as long as you set it based on the amount of grams and not on the amount of percentages, you should be fine. The remainder is all carbohydrates. So that's an easier way to do it. You can set your ratios here. You can go by this route or this route. I prefer this because this gives me a lot of advantage over playing with carbohydrates to reduce or increase my calories. So if I'm on 2100 calorie plan, I just reduce the amount of carbs. The ratios will change automatically once you set it to say 175 grams. 175 grams on a 2100 2200 calorie might be close to 35-40%. So your ratios are adjusted accordingly. Let's check it out. So if I want to make it to 175, it comes to around 35%, and this is 50%. Now I need to change this to probably more. I need to reduce this. You play around with it and you'll get to a point. Now this is a 40-30-30 ratio. So you see that this is 158 though. I need to increase it, so I want to decrease my carbohydrates. There you go. So it's a 35-35-30 ratio. And have we changed the amount of fat and protein we take? Not a lot. This is changed by only 8 grams, but this is an approximation. You see, you can play around with this, but the key thing is to set your goals based on your body weight. This is your target body weight in pounds. That is the amount of grams of protein that you need to take. The amount of fat that you need to take has got to be your body weight in kilos. That's body weight in pounds divided by 2.2, and you get to this value. Once you set these values, ratios become less important. You can always go here and say change goals. Now, one thing I recommend on any phase is to track your fiber. You want to keep it to 35 to 40 grams and keep it in a healthy range. On a high protein diet, chances are you might not be getting enough fiber and you might be in trouble. You don't want to do that. So keep it in the 35 gram range and track your fiber. I highly recommend that. The other thing, I track saturated fat. And I kept an upper limit of 26 grams. Some amount of saturated fat is important, but you don't want to overdo it. So I was tracking it based on that. You can click on friends, and for privacy reasons I won't show you who my friends are, but you can also look at their diary provided they change the settings. So that's how you keep track of people on your team. You go to diary settings and you set it to friends only. If you make it public, everybody can see it. If you make it private, only you can see it. If you say friends only people who you friend with can see your diary. And if you are being coached by me, I want you to change the setting to friends only so I can look at your diary and I can tell you where exactly you need to make changes if you're not reaching your goals. If you look at food over here, what I've set is breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack 1, snack 2, snack 3. For me, snack 3 is basically a recovery drink. This is taken only on days that I work out. So The 2800 might fall to 2600 or 2400, 2500, depending upon if I'm working out or not that day. My breakfast is staple. You can always copy from yesterday, add calories, copy from date. You can there are ways to save recipes. You can enter a recipe. I don't have one, but I just copy from the previous day. You can enter recipes and just keep adding them. My Foods, you can go to My Foods and see. I have added here Silver Diner. I go to Silver Diner. I take the grilled salmon sometimes. Quaker Oats. This is what I entered. If you look at this, it has a suffix to it. Vivek. Organic whey protein. This is an Indian lentil that is really high in protein. I made a homemade bar, so I wanted to enter it over there. These are things that I'm trying to tell you how you can use this tool to your advantage. Exercise. This tab, I don't use this tab. It gets confusing, so I would recommend ignoring this tab. Even if you add your calories, then you have to subtract them again. There's a lot of math involved. I rather look at an approximate value and get the amount of nutrition I need. Report. You can always get a report on nutrition. Net calories, view report. It'll show you a complete report, how much you've consumed over the past 7 days. So you can tell I'm 2800. Sometimes I'm falling short of my 2800. I'm still trying to get there. I'm not able to eat a lot. So somewhere down the line, I have to start eating more. This is what it tells me. As you move from phase to phase, you change your goals accordingly, and you just keep moving forward. The other good thing is that MyFitnessPal also has an iPhone app, or if you have an iPad, you can use this app. It's a free app. Just go to the App Store and download MyFitnessPal. It looks like this. It syncs up with the food diary. You can either update it using your computer or using the iPhone. It has an add button. You go to breakfast, lunch, whatever you need to do. There's a little scanner here. If you turn that scanner on, it turns on a camera. Here's a peanut butter I have. Let it scan. It gave me the serving size. It says one serving size is 2 tablespoons and one serving has this. All I need to do is add button and it's added on my breakfast. You can always go over there back and you can change it to half a serving. And there you go. It's now become 95 calories. Simple, basic, and very, very handy. Now, I'm not asking of you to be obsessive compulsive about it, but since you're already paying so much attention to working out hard and eating right, this is a good tool that'll get you there. Instead of keeping a food log written on a piece of paper, this does the math for you. Chances are after a while you get used to it. You might not use it as often. I don't use it as often because I know now what to eat. Once in a while I go back and track. Now that I am on a new fitness program and the complete plan has changed, I'm using this and plugging in every day until I get used to the new plan. So it's a matter of getting used to. It's a matter of getting this as part of your daily system, as part of your regular routine. Once that is done, you'll find it a very handy tool to use. It's a nice little community. It's not as interactive as Facebook, not very invasive. You can use screen name. Only your friends will know who you are, and you don't have to really friend everyone. It's up to you how much privacy you want to keep. But this is a tool just like an email or just like any other account, and it's free. The best thing is it's free. Something that is use a resource, something that's a resource, you use it for free and try to make the most out of it. I hope this helps you with your fitness goals. All you need is a little bit of planning and you can do this. It is tough, but it is simple. You know now it's a simple process to follow, but how well you do it is up to you now. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and God bless.